This is 1 hour of Selena fun facts and trivia. During the 1970s, Abraham Quintanilla, along with a colleague from Dow Chemical, opened a restaurant named PapaGayos. The establishment provided a platform for the Quintanilla siblings to refine their musical abilities, performing an array of English and Spanish songs. The restaurant closed its doors in 1980 due to an economic recession triggered by a decline in oil prices. In 2013, A.B. Quintanilla posted the following.
I'm in Lake Jackson, Texas, and this used to be our restaurant, PapaGayos. Crazy coming back home.
Searching the restaurant's address on maps reveals that the building has been demolished and replaced with a dental facility. The Mirador De La Flor is a monument located in Corpus Christi, Texas. Since its installation in 1997, the statue has been a major attraction for tourists from across the globe.
The detail is amazing. She's looking out over the bay.
You can find an early mock-up of the monument at the Corpus Christi Museum, which depicts Selena in a different outfit. Quote, "We had just bought some shrimp to cook that night. Also, you can almost see the gazebo that ended up becoming the Mirador De La Flor in the background." On April 2nd, 1995, a public viewing for Selena's funeral was held at the Bayfront Plaza Convention Center. Thousands of individuals from across the nation gathered to pay their final respects.
Yo decidí abrir el ataúd.
¿Usted lo decidió abrir por qué?
Porque ese mismo día que estaba el cuerpo de Selena allí, que la gente estaba en fila, ¿verdad? Pasando, varias señoras empezaron a clamar de que no era verdad, que no estaba muerta, que no había un cuerpo en él. Yo decidí que abrieran para que probar, y fue un error de lo más grande que hice, porque tomaron fotos y después lo vimos en playeras, lo vemos en revistas por donde quiera, y si tuviera que hacerlo otra vez, jamás lo haría eso.
The following day, Selena was laid to rest at Seaside Memorial Park. Among the notable moments from the 1997 film is the scene where Big Bertha tears off the bumper of a lowrider. What's the true story behind this scene?
When A.B. got the bus stuck, I was there. In the movie, they took me out. And what he said, I got 400 horses. I can pull this thing out. I said, look, there's no way you're going to pull this thing out. I said, and I want you to know that I'm not responsible if you damage anything in your car. And so they started pulling, and he ripped his bumper off.
It's kind of hard to cram 23 years of your life into 2 hours and 10 minutes. And you got to remember, a lot of people tend to forget the fact that it's based on stories that we told Gregory Nava, which is the writer and the director of the movie. He took our stories and he made them into a movie. Like the whole bus getting stuck, yes, it got stuck, but Selena and I weren't really there. It happened in Dallas and it was at night.
Yeah, man, he wanted to hang his bumper in his garage.
Oh, yeah, like a shrine.
Yeah, he was like, anything for Selena. I mean, not Selena, but Selena with an S. It was weird.
How did Selena feel about her name being mispronounced?
She hated that. You know that.
She didn't like that.
She didn't like to be called Selenas.
Selena.
Yeah, that's why that part of the movie where it's everything for Selenas, that's why they stuck that in there, because she hated to be called Selenas.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She would like that, but I get it.
Yeah. She was like, no, it's Selena.
Selena.
The vehicle used in the film has been featured in various car shows, including the one displayed on screen. Following the success of Entre a Mi Mundo, Los Dinos launched a publicity blitz in Mexico. Their first stop was Monterrey, where 96,000 fans eagerly awaited Selena's arrival. This performance saw a crowd surge that was later depicted in the 1997 film.
Ma'am, are you okay? The stage is collapsing.
People were getting trampled below the stage. As daring and courageous Selena was, she wasn't about to just sit there. She went on stage and faced the mob. That's how it was in Mexico. Exciting, thrilling, and a little scary. The crowd surge in Monterrey was not an isolated event. Watch this footage of a similar incident in Dallas, Texas.
Por favor, queremos pedir que todos tomen dos pasos para atrás. Está empujando el coro aquí enfrente. Lo está levantando, por favor. Tranquilos todos, ¿ok? Estamos aquí para disfrutar esta noche. Ok.
The Selena Museum is a tourist attraction located in Corpus Christi, Texas. A guided tour by museum staff allows guests to view memorabilia, including stage costumes, awards, and personal belongings. Additionally, visitors can explore one of the studios used during the production of Selena's English crossover album.
Right here, they're going to make a recording studio, so we don't have to go out of town to record. We'll have a digital studio.
Selena was withdrawn from public education during the 8th grade while attending West Oso Middle School.
So, ¿estás yendo a la escuela full-time or correspondence?
I have homeschooling, correspondence courses. And I was supposed to graduate at the age of 15, but I got real lazy. And so I graduate next year.
She received her high school diploma in 1989. Selena appeared in commercials for Coca-Cola, Agree Shampoo, and Call Notes, including a public service announcement for a battered women's shelter.
Si a usted la golpean, la insultan o la maltratan, no está sola.
Some of her acting credits include roles in the television series Dos Mujeres, Un Camino and the film Don Juan de Marco. In 2016, Madame Tussauds Museum in California unveiled its Selena wax figure. The following year, a replica was unveiled in New York.
She'd be definitely honored to be put alongside, the other iconic people, the Michael Jacksons and Elton John here. But she was a fan of their music as well. So just to put her up there on that pedestal, I mean, she'd have been honored, proud. And it's cool for her fans that, like the newer generation, the younger generation that weren't around when she was out there doing her thing and we were doing our concerts, it's something to get them a little bit closer to her and, along with her music and the movie and the things like that. So this is just one more thing for them to kind of be able to have.
What are 3 landmarks that have sustained defacement? The Hollywood Walk of Fame stars belonging to Selena and Jenny Rivera were defaced with spray paint in 2024.
3 stars of the Hollywood Walk of Fame have been vandalized. 2 of them are for famous and beloved Mexican-American singers.
But both Rivera's and Selena stars were vandalized again this morning.
Us as fans, it's heartbreaking, but just imagine her family and her kids. That's really messed up. Like, it's just heartbreaking.
The Mirador De La Flor has been defaced by fans writing on various sections of the memorial. In response to this issue, a railing was installed in 2000. A railing was also installed at Selena's gravesite to deter vandalism. Despite these measures, fans have left inscriptions on the fence and stones, which were removed in 2024. In 1996, ARM Enterprise released 2 Selena dolls, each showcasing distinct costume variations: the Astrodome jumpsuit and the Grammy Awards dress.
If you missed your chance to purchase a Selena doll today, have no fear. 600 of them will be on sale tomorrow.
No, that's mine.
Oh, that's mine. Anna Allen 3, Eyewitness News.
3 years later, Source Tribute Incorporated released a doll in the Amor Prohibido outfit. During the mid-2000s, DTM designed the 3 dolls displayed on screen, the latter of which went unreleased and can be found at the Selena Museum. In 2020, Funko released 3 pop figures in 2 costume variations. The Astrodome figurine received praise for its attention to detail, namely the lipstick on the microphone and the Band-Aid on Selena's left hand. Quote, "Does anyone know what happened to her finger? Selena broke her nail."
Selena, en Onda Max.
Hi.
Gracias por estar
Muy
en el
bien,
programa.
muy bien.
Estaba escuchando el soundtrack. ¿Qué pasó aquí?
Un bubu.
Bubu. Te portaste mal y...
Yeah, me cortaron el dedo.
In 2015, the Quintanilla family announced Selena The One, a project that would enable Selena to embark on a tour, release new material, and appear in music videos. The venture was a collaboration with Acrovert, a company that specializes in a technology called digitized human essence.
The company Acrovert decided on doing Selena first. They felt that she merited it first, and so we're super ecstatic about that. And it's something I think that we're all going to be in awe of. So we're not only are her fans looking forward to this, so are we.
This is the new technology. They're going to make Selena exactly like she was, and we'll be able to have her on stage performing with her own band, Los Dinos.
A campaign was launched to help bring the project to fruition. However, it failed to meet its goal. The crowdfunding was eventually closed and the domain name was abandoned. As of this recording, there have been no further developments.
The issue is that most recordings of Selena that people have recorded, TV shows and whatnot, everybody has shot her. You have to have the image of the person complete. So whenever you shoot a TV show, any shows that Selena ever did, she's cut, like it's a cut from the waist up, or just her head, or, you know what I mean? It's not a complete body shot.
Hundreds and hundreds of fans gathered in front of the iconic Capitol Records building as the late Selena was immortalized with a star on the Walk of Fame.
Following the announcement of Selena's induction in 2017, Suzette Quintanilla made an appearance on KTLA Morning News.
Her legacy among her fans has definitely made it known that she's still around. It's just this whole new generation that has embraced her, what she was about as a person and as an artist. Our whole family will be there along with Chris, and we're just really excited about this honor that's happening because it is a great honor.
The event occurred amid Chris and Abraham's legal disputes. Per the lawsuit, Abraham alleged that Chris violated a 1995 agreement the pair signed by initiating plans to adapt his memoir into a television series. During a 2019 interview with the Houston Chronicle, Chris cited the Hollywood Walk of Fame as the latest in a long line of uncomfortable situations he's gone out of the way to rise above. Quote, "Technically, I was invited via email, but I didn't feel very welcome, and her family didn't make it easy. I get the feeling that they were hoping by making it difficult for me that I wouldn't show up and it would cast me in a bad light. The fans don't understand all the hoops I had to jump through just to have a seat at that event. During the installation of the plaque, fans expressed concern that it only featured her maiden name, such as one user who commented, "I love that they honored her, but I would like to think that she would have wanted Perez on there." The morning of the unveiling, Suzette subtly addressed the backlash with a post that read, "Selena Quintanilla, the birth-given name that the world got to know as simply Selena, will have her Hollywood Walk of Fame star for all to look upon and hopefully remember when I'm gone." Abraham Quintanilla later posted the following in response to a fan. According to the Bible, marriages are dissolved by adultery or the death of either spouse. Selena's marriage to Chris ended when he married Vanessa. That is why her Hollywood star reads Selena Quintanilla. Among the scenes featured in the extended version of the 1997 film include Selena getting bullied by her classmates.
I'm Selena. I'm so pretty. I'm so perfect. Oh, I'm Selena. I'm from Lake Jackson. Eres bruja, niña, bruja.
Los Dinos getting signed by EMI Latin.
I told him it was at the High Hope, but that was in Corpus Christi.
Don't tell Joe!
Then he told me that he wanted to sign Selena and Los Dinos.
And Selena expressing concern over her English crossover album.
We totally understand. Like, I'm gonna be there for you. You know, maybe not on stage, but I'm gonna be producing
See, but that's
stuff.
just it. I've never even sung without you guys on stage.
Perhaps the most notable scene depicts Selena falling backstage during her fashion show.
Ay, Selena!
Traigan agua o algo, mijita.
Selena!
You
are good? Are you hurt?
Here's a
Would
chair.
somebody give me some ice, please?
Siéntate, mi amor.
I'm okay.
Are you all right?
No, I'm okay.
What are 3 fun facts about Selena's Grammy Awards dress? The dress was purchased at a clothing store called Lily Rubin. It had alterations made to the top of the bodice.
Alter to the top of the bodice. You wouldn't have to worry about the gown slipping down.
And it can be beaded in gold.
Yes, yes. Bugle beads.
Yeah.
The dress was repurposed for the music video for No Me Queda Mas. After Selena's death, it was displayed at the Hard Rock Cafe. Today, the dress is displayed at the Selena Museum in Corpus Christi, Texas.
What was your reaction when you saw her all dolled up in hair and makeup wearing this gorgeous gown?
Honestly, I think it was the only time that I really got kind of choked up because she looked like perfection, like she looked like a true artist, and it was a really cool moment.
No Me Queda Mas was written by songwriter and keyboardist Ricky Vela. Said Abraham Quintanilla, "Ricky is a very shy person. He liked my other daughter, Suzette. I would kid around with him and say talk to her, but he wouldn't do it. As time went by, Suzette met Billy, and she married. That's how the song came about." On March 30th, 1995, one day before her tragic death, Selena announced her plans to begin a family once promotion for the mainstream album concluded.
Wait, Selena, you're pregnant?
No, but I made an appointment to take out my Northland thing.
El Northland es algo que le ponen aquí bajo la piel que para el embarazo. Dijo que yo y Chris estamos hablando, queremos ya a empezar a tener niños. Y que hizo una cita para que le sacaran eso. El siguiente día murió.
Ella quería tener familia, pero no estaba embarazada.
No estaba embarazada.
crees que Selena estaba embarazada cuando murió?
No. Estábamos hablando de eso, de queremos empezar con nuestra familia.
Selena's autopsy reveals that she was not pregnant at the time of her death. Johnny Canales was the host of the Johnny Canales Show, a program that featured Selena throughout her career.
Estos trajes ustedes los hicieron, ¿verdad? Yeah. Todos eran blancos, ¿no? ¿Y de ahí cómo lo hicieron? ¿Cómo lo pintaron? ¿Nomás?
With paint.
Pues sí, naturalmente.
We splattered it with fluorescent paint, permanent paint, fluorescent paint.
Okay. ¿Y la gente que nos está escuchando en México, cómo saben qué hicieron?
Los pintaron.
Oye, mira.
The following is Johnny expressing his thoughts on Selena's passing, which tragically coincided with his wedding day.
Lamentablemente hoy pasó esto y ahorita que le di las gracias a todas las personas que vinieron a la boda, le dedicamos un minuto a Selena de silencio y le dedicamos la boda de Johnny Canales y Nora a Selena porque yo sé que donde quiera que esté, yo sé que nos está viendo ella. Una muchacha que pues casi se crió con nosotros en el programa de nosotros, ¿verdad? Ahí se comenzó Selena, Quintanilla, Selena y los Dinos y pues ¿qué podemos más decir de esa muchacha que quebró todas las barreras de que la música Tex-Mex internacionalmente? Selena fue la que quebró todas esas barreras.
Johnny Canales passed away in 2024 at the age of 81. I Could Fall in Love was the first song recorded for the mainstream crossover album. A.B., Chris, and Selena traveled to Nashville in 1994 to meet with the songwriter Keith Thomas.
So when she came to town, I had a few songs, and that was one of them that was completed. And she just fell in love with the song. There's a Spanish-speaking part in the middle of the song, and I don't speak Spanish, so I just made it up. Whatever came out was what, and she got so tickled about that. I remember seeing her standing at the back of the studio, and she said, "I'll see you guys in 2 weeks," and it was the following week that she got killed.
And I remember her totally digging on the demo that she had received from, I guess, her father from the record label had sent it to her or whatever, and listening to it and really wanting to give it her best. You know, she was really excited about this mainstream album that she was going to get to work on. And that night, when we went back from the studio, drove back to the hotel we were staying in, she had the cassette on her Walkman on loop and must have heard it about, 100 times that night. She fell asleep with the headphones on listening to that song.
Dreaming of You was a song personally selected by Selena amid the record label's overall control of the album's production.
When she was recording that one, she called me at the house. I was over there working with this band that Abraham was interested in working with, and he wanted me to check them out and see what they had or what. She called me all excited, man, stoked about this new song that she wanted me to hear, you know, and I was like, she's like, "Can you come over here right now? Can you come hear it? Please, I want you to come hear it." And I thought, I would have loved to have come to do it, but I had these guys in the house, you know what I mean? And I couldn't just, we had our machines going over there, and I couldn't just say, "Yeah, I'll go right over there." So I told her, "I can't do it, I'm here with these guys, and your dad wants me to check them out and whatever." And she's like, "Are you sure? There's no way?" I said, "I wish I could." Because of that, that song, it means a lot to me. When I did finally get to hear the song and what it's about and how she sings it, I couldn't be prouder of what she sounded like. So whenever it pops up, I'm usually not in my element. I might be out and about somewhere and it comes on and I'm almost forced to hear it, But yeah. that would be the hardest one. It's not that I can't hear it, it's just I remember that and how I wish I could have just said, "I'm out of here," tell the guys I'm out and gone to hear it, but a little something she never really did that.
Following Chris and Selena's marriage in 1992, the couple took up residence in an apartment that Selena was utilizing for her fashion design endeavors. When the lease was set to expire, Abraham offered Chris and Selena a home in Bloomington Street. The couple resided in the property rent-free as they saved up for a new home in the distant future. Eventually, Chris and Selena made a down payment on a 10-acre land reportedly located in the King Estates.
Una casa pero grandísimo. Ojalá. Y va a tener lagos con peces y todo eso. Va a ser como un paraíso.
Following Selena's untimely death, Chris made the decision to sell their 10-acre property and relocate from his Bloomington residence in 1997.
Basically what I had to do was let go of a lot of those dreams, you know, but it wasn't that hard because she's not here. That's the hard part, you know, having to deal with that. I mean, to be honest, I don't want the land without her, you know. I don't want that house without her. I don't want all that other stuff without her.
Who lives in Selena's house? Family. Some of our family members live. My uncle and aunt live in the Selena, our old house.
The music video for Me Queda Mas was filmed in various locations across San Antonio, Texas. The opening sequence was recorded at a restaurant bordering the Riverwalk.
Selena would have been sitting pretty much right where Jessica is sitting right now, with her back to that bridge. You can see the bridge off in the distance behind Selena's shoulder. There's the light pole, and then across the water there, you can see the flag umbrellas. It all matches up. It's all still here.
The indoor scenes were recorded at Sunset Railroad Station.
Now, this place is no longer a train station. In fact, it's become a nightclub down here in the heart of San Antonio. But my God, is it breathtaking. Now, in the music video, Selena would have been standing right where Jessica is, on the third step on this staircase.
And the wedding sequence was filmed at the San Antonio Botanical Garden.
Mexican telenovela.
News talked with Selena last year about what she hoped to be doing 10 years down the road.
I just hope still to be alive, hopefully singing still, and maybe later on, 10 years down the road, I hope to have a family by then.
Did Selena have dreams that some have interpreted as a premonition of her death? Quote, in a repeated dream which was said to have frightened the late star, Selena reportedly saw a white rose thrown at her, but she could never catch the rose, nor see who threw it. The dream was said to have ended with the appearance of a white light every time. Abraham dispelled these rumors in a Facebook post, saying, "That thing about the white rose is not true. We decided to end the movie like that because Selena loved white roses." In 2020, Corpus Christi resident Joe Perez made headlines when this photo went viral.
This is a public statue. There's no self-disrespect. I'm not saying that Selena would vote for Trump, but Selena is an icon of the Hispanic community, and that's just where I'm going with it.
Following the announcement of a rally at the memorial, Abraham Quintanilla issued the following statement. In addition to the Quintanillas having never placed Selena's name or identity into partisan politics, they have also never attempted to interfere with anyone's speech and do not seek to do so here. Rather, they are simply demanding that this individual cease and desist from these blatantly transparent acts of unlawful exploitation and illicit profiteering off of Selena's name, image, and likeness, whether under the guise of gaining publicity for political campaign donations or otherwise.
The rally was held despite the city denying Perez a permit to host the mass gathering.
for Joe Michael Perez, placing a MAGA hat on Selena's statue represents freeing Hispanics from feeling obligated to side with Democrats.
I planned an event today to deliver that message, to keep that message strong, and that we are not going to be silent no more.
You're wrong for that. You're wrong for labeling Selena as a Trump supporter. I know Selena would not want that. You know, we're not made up of racism. You know, we're supposed to love each other.
Why take a deceased person and do this kind of things? That's what's most disgusting and tasteless. But I don't know whatever got him to go there.
Anais Garmendia is a tribute artist who amassed over 3 million followers on TikTok. In 2023, Anais met Chris Perez on an episode of Despierta América.
Bienvenida, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenida. Muchos le dicen, imagínate, Chris, por favor, siéntate. Muchos le dicen, ¿la Selena cubana? Así que aquí está. O sea, que sepa que es con mucho respeto.
Desde Cuba, ok.
Desde Cuba, sí.
Okay.
Y nada, primeramente agradecerle a Univisión, a Despierta América por hacer, este sueño posible y gracias.
The TikTok sensation has generated controversy surrounding multiple videos, including the one displayed on screen. As part of her routine for live performances of Que Creías, Selena would select a member from the audience to join her in the spotlight.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Eddie.
Ok, Eddie, esta noche va a ser su debut en actuando, ¿ok? Tú vas a ser, Eddie, tú vas a ser mi exnovio. Wow.
One performance at the Angels Stadium in Midland, Texas, has generated over 1 million views on YouTube.
Y que me ibas a encontrar contenta y recibirme.
For nearly 3 decades, fans have expressed their curiosity regarding the identity of the man featured in this video, including the circumstances leading to his encounter with the Queen of Tejano. In 2022, TikTok user NobleWolf817 uploaded a video of his cousin, Guero Hernandez, reacting to the viral video 28 years after its recording.
1994. That's the same, right? Still look the same. That's it, Guero? Was that Midland, Texas, or where was it? Eso.
On March 18, 1995, 13 days before her tragic death, Selena performed in San Antonio and Fort Worth, Texas. The interviews recorded that day were her final televised interviews.
It was like 10 a.m. and you can see her eyes are poofy. She was like, she had all kinds of compromisos, you know. And so she was really, really burning the candle at both ends, with all the
everything,
responsibilities. But 2 weeks later, we know what happened.
Some of the noteworthy details of Selena's attire include her wearing the jumpsuit previously worn at the Houston Astrodome. She can also be seen wearing the ring that was gifted to her by Yolanda and carrying the Chanel bag that she would later drop in the parking lot of the Days Inn Motel. A documentary titled The Making of Selena reveals the actors considered for the role of Selena. This footage features actresses Leticia Miller, Constance Marie, Danielle Camastra, Sadie Lopez, Amy Garcia, and Diana Uribe. A 2017 article reads, during her second screen test, Danielle Camastra said filmmaker Gregory Nava approached her and said the role was between her and Jennifer Lopez.
this girl looked like my sister so much. It was crazy. They dressed her up and I was like, whoa. But she could not act. And after like the 30-something take, you could hear all the, like my dad said that you could hear like everybody working, you know, like.
Una muchacha de aquí de Miami, del casting call de Miami, que a mi señora nos gustó bastante porque era una chica de 17 años, era mitad mexicana, mitad colombiana. Y ese fue el choice de mí, yo y mi señora.
And they kept telling me, taking me outside, you know, said, Mr. Quintanilla, we're not here to teach somebody to act. So finally I said, all right, let's see what the other ones can do. When it came to Jennifer Lopez's turn, in 3 takes, she'd done it.
Quote, I was thrilled to be in Hollywood, but I was so green. I had never been on a movie set. I was learning as I went. On the day of Selena's burial, radio personality Howard Stern played her music while interspersing the broadcast with sounds of gunfire.
Oh my God. Spanish people have the worst taste in music. They really do.
They don't like depth.
No, they don't like any depth. It's all like, you know, if we wait till nighttime, the dogs won't bite us when we sneak into taxis in California.
That's limbo under the border.
Our country is so bad we have to sneak out in the middle of the night. The water is dirty, our money means nothing on the open markets in Europe.
Government is corrupt.
Following the airing, advertisers withdrew from the show. A protest was organized in Manhattan, and an arrest warrant was issued in Harlingen, Texas.
It may have been one of the most vocal protests against the shock jock, as hundreds of Mexican Americans called for Howard Stern's resignation over what they are calling racist remarks about the death of popular Tex-Mex star Selena and Hispanics in general.
He said great things about us, and it's not true, but he should not be talking about us like that.
All Howard really said was he didn't like the music. He really said nothing against Selena. He said he just didn't like the music. So, you know, if they get upset about that, well, it's what he said. But that's what he said.
You're lying. Did you? No, yes, I heard him. That's not what he said. He was talking very bad about Mexicans.
So yesterday I get home and our agent calls me and says you're getting all these phone calls, all these newspapers down in Dallas and El Paso and stuff. And I go, well, what's up? What do I do now? He says, well, what did you say about this woman who got shot, Selena?
Oh.
I said her music sounded really kind of sucky. But meaning all of that Mexican Texico music, whatever they call it, Texahana. What is it, Tejana?
Tejana music.
Tejana music. But, you know, I said I was really sad about the way she died. I thought it was awful. I'm prepared to make my statement. All of the press is gathered.
Como ustedes saben, soy una persona satírica. Mis comentarios sobre la trágica muerte de Selena, sin duda, no fueron hechos con la intención de causar aún más angustia a su familia, amigas y a aquellas personas que la querían. Me enfuerce que la vida de esta joven mujer se le fuese arrancada sin sentido. Su asesina tiene que ser tratada firmemente por la justicia. Gracias.
Upon the announcement of Howard's selection as a judge for America's Got Talent in 2012, Chris Perez expressed the following. Howard Stern insulted Selena and Latinos in 1995 during her funeral, and now he's going to be on America's Got Talent. Boycott. Melissa Sanchez is a tribute artist who auditioned for the role of Selena in the 1997 film. With the advent of the internet, Melissa's photos became intertwined with a tribute artist named Gloria de la Cruz. Gloria was tragically murdered in 1996. leading many to believe that Melissa was no longer alive. Quote, "I saw a video that said you were murdered. Nothing has ever happened to me. People are using my images with that false story. They also confused me with Leticia Miller, one of the finalists for the film." What are 3 outfits that cannot be found at the Selena Museum? The outfit worn at the 1994 Tejano Music Awards is on display at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. The belt and boots worn at the 1994 Coca-Cola Festival are displayed at the Texas Roots Hall of Fame in Alice, Texas. The outfit worn at the Hard Rock Cafe in 1995 is on display at the Hard Rock Cafe in San Antonio, Texas. Chapter 2 of Selena's Secret reports that a suitcase belonging to Selena was present in room 158 at the time of her murder. Quote, "I found out that it was a large black leather suitcase on rollers and that there was a name on it, Chris Perez. Inside was enough clothing for several days, including underclothing, boots, and the black jacket the singer had worn while taping a music video with the Barrio Boys. Very few people know the following. Yolanda was convinced that Selena intended to run away with Dr. Martinez, which is why she brought the mysterious suitcase full of clothes and her Mexican work permit to room 158. Does this report hold any validity? Carlos Valdez, who served as the lead prosecutor against Yolanda, released a book in 2005 that states that several items were seized from the hotel room, but a black leather suitcase was not among the evidence. Said Abraham Quintanilla, "The police report clearly states that there was no suitcase found. At one point, Yolanda's sister, Maria Elida, called a press conference to show the articles of clothing inside. I say that if a person was going to leave her husband, she would take more than her stage clothes."
Esta es la maleta que fue la que le entregó Selena a Yolanda. Es como que el 26 o el 25 de marzo, antes de que se fuera Yolanda para Monterrey.
En un segundo encuentro con Elida Saldívar, la hermana de Yolanda, mostró a la periodista Ivonne Chávez una maleta que presuntamente Selena fue a dejar a casa de Yolanda el 26 de marzo, es decir, 5 días antes del homicidio. Según Elida, dicha maleta fue preparada por la cantante para huir con el doctor Ricardo Martínez. En la maleta se hallan 6 vestidos similares, pero en distintos colores. Un sostén, 6 bikinis, 3 pares de zapatos, broches para vendas, un suéter casual azul y un chaleco de mezclilla, el mismo que Selena utilizó en el video Bidi Bidi Bamba.
Y esta es la chaqueta que bailó ella, el Bidi Bidi Bamba, con el que está bailando en el Bidi Bidi Bamba. Si acaso miran el video del Bidi Bidi Bamba, pueden ver, y aquí están las chanclitas que usó ella durante ese video. Esa y esta.
What are some stage costumes that have been stolen, damaged, and removed from the Selena Museum? One article of clothing that was stolen is a hat that was displayed on a mannequin located near Selena's vehicle.
La cachucha se la habíamos puesto aquí, agarrándola aquí, si alguien se la robó.
No le puedo
De aquí.
One user on TikTok says, "Today, everything is behind a display glass. Museum guests are closely monitored by cameras and tour guides." One article of clothing that has sustained damage over time is a pair of boots Selena wore during the 1995 TMAs. They reportedly suffered burns caused by the lighting fixtures inside the display case. More notably, Selena was laid to rest wearing this jumpsuit and jacket. One article of clothing that was removed from display is the outfit Selena wore during her final performance in Bryan, Texas.
This is an outfit that she wore the week before she passed away, and it's really cute because, you know, Selena liked the fun thing, and, you know, it has a little bit of the tails in the back.
At the 1989 Tejano Music Awards, Selena performed an English medley in collaboration with the Lugo sisters. The group is comprised of members Gracie, Sonia, and Veronica. At the time of this recording, footage of this performance has yet to be released.
También tenemos el disco Tejano, no vamos a abandonar el público y por lo tanto yo siento que es muy importante, este año va a ser muy importante para nosotros, para el grupo.
In 1995, Selena was scheduled to release her follow-up album to Amor Prohibido. This is what A.B. and Suzette had to say when asked about the album's creative direction.
What were Selena's original crossover album and the next Selena Dino's album going to be like? Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know because this is a guy who did the music, but if you listen to Tecno Cumbia, going into AB's Boom Boom Shh and all that, that is where we were kind of vibing in. Well, not us, but, well, yeah, us, but him. That's his, his vision.
Where I continued with Cumbia Kings and Cumbia All Stars, that would have been the sound that I would have given Selena.
Reportedly, the album was set to feature a song written by A.B. and Ricky Vela titled Amándote. The song was later released by Latin pop artist Thalía. What are 3 scenes from the 1997 film that featured stand-ins for Jennifer Lopez? Janice Cruz, who aided producers in refining lighting and camera angles, appears in the scene where Selena arrives at Q Productions, and the ambulance scene that concludes the film.
The whole experience with the movie was amazing. It was just amazing. I couldn't stop smiling. I was on cloud 9 basically for as long as I can remember, the whole time.
Laura Cordova, who served as a stunt double, appeared in the bungee jump scene.
I'm bungee jumping today. When I was told that I would be doing this for the Selena film, I was overwhelmed with joy. I normally wouldn't have jumped, but I'm doing it because of her.
But before the actual jump was even attempted, the stunt was rehearsed time and time again on the ground with full safety gear.
In the late 1950s, Abraham joined the band that would later become known as the Dinos. The name originates from the 1950s show 77 Sunset Strip.
Había un programa de televisión que entonces, remember Cookie Burns que se andaba peleando todo el tiempo.
The Fonz. No,
it was Cookie. ¿Cómo se llama?
What was this an old 50s TV show?
It was a TV show. Y había una calle que se llamaba Dino Street.
Dino Street.
Yeah. En el programa de la tele.
Sí. Did you already have a name on the band before you gave it Dinos?
Yes, but I'm ashamed to say it.
No, don't be ashamed. This is nostalgic.
Sí, como nosotros cantamos por inglés, we're called the Gumdrops.
John Dyer is a photographer who worked with Selena on 2 separate occasions, including a session months before her death. The second shoot we did in 1994 was much shorter. Quiet, less overt excitement, but she was still willing to pose in the ways I wanted.
She had been 2 days of shooting TV commercials for Coke locally, and that's exhausting, very fatiguing. I thanked her profusely for even showing up after all that the work that she just put in. And she came in and she said, I'm really tired. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. So it very quickly became clear to me that I wasn't going to get her to put tights on and start dancing around at the Majestic, because that would have been insensitive to her, and it wouldn't have worked. She was exhausted. So it seemed to me that we sit her down or we pose her, we don't get her to emote, we don't get her to perform, to project. We photograph where she is, where she was that day, and not smile. It was not a smiley day. And I frankly think photographs of people not smiling are more beautiful and more mysterious.
Selena's final photo shoot took place in January 1995. Selena's final recording was a song titled Puede Ser. Written by Chris Perez and Ricky Vela, the song was originally intended for a different artist.
And she heard it over and over and over that day because this guy just couldn't get it right. Or,
Poor guy. I heard you say this story and I feel so bad for the guy.
Talk about pressure, man. And the funny thing about it is that, that day, when she was cleaning the house, you know what I mean? So because I was in a room, holed up in a room with the door closed, working with this guy for hours. So she already knew the song by the time the guy left. She came in and just did it in one take. From beginning to end, it was all her. So there is a version, the original version is just that. And then at the end, she started singing Silly, and she starts laughing, and we got all that on tape. I have all that.
Shelly Lares was one of Selena's musical contemporaries, widely recognized for her association with Chris Perez before joining Los Dinos. At the 1994 Tejano Music Awards, Selena and Shelly were both nominees for the Female Vocalist of the Year. By that point, Selena had won the award for 7 consecutive years. Meanwhile, Shelly, who had been nominated since 1983, had yet to claim the honor.
I was very frustrated at the time, too, because I knew that we were doing well. I knew that we were selling records, maybe not as well if you had to put us together, but I was making a name for myself.
The event in question has been surrounded by reports of Shelly winning an award only to have it revoked within seconds of her appearing on stage. During an interview with Veronique Medrano, Shelly confirmed the rumors and disclosed the events that led to her taking the stage.
It's so boomy in the Alamo Dome that it's hard for you to hear, but you know more or less what's happening. And there's 2 presenters that are presenting the award. They say the category and then they say the winner. And I swear I heard my name. And the person that's standing in the production is going, go, go. He's telling me to go. I kept saying no, I wasn't going to go up there because I knew that I didn't win it. All of a sudden I look out and I see my Manu representative coming up to the podium. And then I'm like,
oh, it's me.
Right.
Uh-oh. That is, uh-oh.
So then they tell me go. So I do. And he's like, asking me for the award. And I'm like holding it, confused. And he says, Shelly, you didn't win that award. And so I'm like, what do you mean they made a mistake? I said, I just went up there and made a fool of myself. And so I give it to him. And I remember I just walked straight back to the dressing room. I sat there like someone punched me in the gut, and I thought to myself, how is this industry and this organization going to do this to me?
As Shelly composed herself backstage, the producers informed the audience about the error and declared Selena as the winner.
Girl, you were good. And Yolanda.
Selena!
Whether Selena and Yolanda had this exchange during her fashion show is unclear, but the film's writers may have taken creative liberties with an incident that occurred that same day. A user from Pulse Music Board shared the following. In December 1994, Selena held a fashion show and concert at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, Texas. You may remember the story I shared about Selena falling on her knee right before the show started. She was icing her knee after the show, but before the show, it didn't stop her. She came out like a real trooper and did the show incredibly well. You would never know she was hurt. This story is corroborated by a video uploaded on YouTube by La Demi in 2021.
There's a picture that I will play right here on the screen. Selena is backstage holding my oldest brother with her shoe in her hand. She had hurt her knee.
Oh, there was one time that she did hurt her knee on stage. She had actually hurt her knee before the actual concert, but she performed. You would have never thought anything she was hurting or anything. I can't imagine what kind of pain she was in, because after the concert, after her performance, she went and sat down and her knee was bruised. You could see how bad, and she still sat there and she took pictures. And then the next, I think it was maybe a couple of days later, she popped in at the salon at the boutique, and she was in crutches. And yeah, she still put a performance, does her little washing machine on stage and with her knee like that. And when we saw her in the crutches, like, oh my God, you were in, I can imagine. So, and she had stepped on a chair wrong from the stage. And when she stepped on the chair wrong to get off of the stage, it was a folding chair, the metal kind, the old school metal kind, and it just right on her knee. So you can imagine.
This image of Selena has circulated online with the context that the crutches belonged to Suzette, who at the time was recovering from a fractured ankle. Take a look at this picture of Selena at the hospital, wearing the same jewelry and nail polish from her concert. She is also wearing the same shirt as shown in the photograph. It appears that Selena may have acquired her crutches during this visit to the hospital. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. To Selena with Love offers a portrayal of Selena beyond her public persona, encompassing moments of joy and times of distress. What is one instance where Selena displayed anger, according to Chris Perez? Upon arriving home from strenuous travel, Selena typically proceeded indoors, while Chris remained behind to unload luggage and attend to their pets. Selena liked to be awakened gently, but on this particular occasion, I was out of patience, so I shook her shoulder and said, "It's time to get off the bus." Selena woke up angry. She got to her feet and said, "Get out of my way, Chris. I'm going inside." As Chris removed an item from his bunk, Selena bolted down the aisle and collided with Chris, nearly causing him to fall. Chris requested Selena's patience. However, she pushed past him and began to exit the bus. I thought her tantrum was funny and started to laugh. Big mistake. That pushed Selena's buttons and made her even angrier. She turned around and came at me again. Just as she reached me, I turned sideways. Selena lost her balance and fell in the aisle. I helped her up. She shrugged me off and went inside. Chris entered their bedroom and placed one of Selena's belongings on their bed, where she was lying. Upon exiting the room, a sudden crash echoed throughout the house. Selena had forcefully pushed her belongings onto the floor. When Chris returned to set his guitar on their bed, he ensured to place it at a safe distance from Selena. Then he heard another crash. When I rushed back into the bedroom, I saw that Selena had indeed thrashed out with her legs and kicked my guitar right off the bed. The argument that ensued resulted in Chris throwing his guitar across the room. As he made his way to the living room with the intention of leaving, Selena intervened and apologized. Chris also apologized and shared his frustrations over the imbalance of responsibilities. Looking back on this moment now, I know that it was just two people in a bad mood. It is true that Selena and I sometimes argued, but I don't think that she and I ever experienced anything out of the ordinary. It was during this frenzied time that we hit the only rough patch in our marriage. After that, everything between us was even better than before. It was as if we were newlyweds again, loving each other and finding our way together in the world as a team. What was Howard Stern's reaction to Selena's death? Click on the video on screen to find out.